Welcome to Craftlog Episode 1. Here's a quick little montage to get you up to speed.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money...
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that little montage. That was actually quite fun to make. But now let's lock in. The first goal of this series is to make an ATM star, all the mod star. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a giga crafting recipe. Just to give you a small idea of what that's like, now that we've skipped the early game, we need around 11,000 nether stars to make that item. Around 100,000 infernum essence, and 3 million dirt and 3 million netherrack. But that's just like scratching the surface, because this thing is insane. Like, just this dimensional seed, this is where the millions come in, but like there's still a lot of other things, you know? And that's just one of the items that we need to make. Like, this is where the infernum essence comes in. Right here, you needed a fuck ton to make what we need, and then like that doesn't even get started on this thing. I actually don't know what even half of this is, but that's still the goal. And for all that to contain all these items before crafted, we're going to need one hell of a storage system. So that's what we're going to work on. Been hard at work, and I've modified this Enderman farm that I made right at the start, right after I killed the Ender Dragon, to basically get us... This is the most efficient and easy netherite farm I know of in this mod pack. And basically, I tried to hide most of it behind, even though we can see a little bit of the mess. But these Endermen, I think it's because of apotheosis. When they die, they give a lot of items. Like, all of what I'm wearing is basically just items they've dropped. They dropped a lot of netherite and diamond chestplate. And this thing right here that's spinning kills them as if a player killed them. So, what happens is it gets sucked up by this, and then this right here pushes some items on this side and on this side. And we're gonna suck up the rest with this one. So this has a filter, and it only takes netherite items, and basically the iron and leather is just a surplus, so it doesn't get clogged. And then it pushes it right into here, as we just saw. This is a salvager. And this salvager basically breaks down the items into their components. And then this basically just sucks everything up and puts it into the chest up in front. And then this, we take all of the diamond tools and basically the trident, shield, and bow. There should be a crossbow also, yeah. And it pushes it right in here into another salvaging table, but this one is from Silent Gear and this one is from Apotheosis. The Apotheosis one salvages it into rare enchantment, rare epic or whatever. They're basically enchantment materials to enchant our gear later on. If, for example, we made this tool and it doesn't have any enchantments, we can add them which is really good to start stacking up on the mythic ones, because that's how we get crazy tools. So yeah, basically takes all the items, separates them into each of their category or salvaging table, and then all of the regular drops, we have a filter right here that only picks up the regular items. I also upgraded the chest so it can hold up to 16,000 items, so will be good for a little while. And I put the XP tap. Basically the XP gets siphoned from the absorption hopper, and it gets dropped right here. It's not the best farm I've ever made, if I'm being honest. I don't get how he teleported. This thing right here inhibits ender teleportation, whatever. So yeah, this is a very, very primitive thing. But whatever. I can make it better later on anyway. For now, it's still giving us like a few hundred netherite an hour. If I just want to AFK, that's more than enough for what I want. Because the bulk of our storage, don't forget, this is for storage, but I think it's going to happen often where we make a new project completely just for one part of our goal. I want to make the bulk of my storage system out of netherite chests, and mining netherite is kind of a pain, so this is AFK and faster than if I just mined it myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked, give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And this is like gonna get crazy, so I hope you're here for the ride. See ya.